I've been away for a good 3 weeks. Look at the state of it. All overgrown. That horrible green crap everywhere. Yeah, I've got a decision to make. Do I cut the swim out, or do I move off and go somewhere else? This floating weed is diabolical, isn't it? I mean, it's everywhere. Oh, 2 hours later, I'm back where I started. I finally got the swim clear. It was hard work, and a boat came through. I'm not blaming the boat. I mean, they're trying to use the river just as much as we are, but yeah, it's moved it all again. So the channel I cleared out is now covered in floating weed again. So I'm going to have a slow setup. If it doesn't clear, I shall drop a feeder, because I raked quite far out, almost halfway, once it ruined the swim. So I've got a clear patch I can drop a feeder in, and I'll probably have to quiver tip it with the rod quite high up. That's my only option now to catch some fish, because it's as I say, it's taken me 2 hours to rake the swim. Just got it bang on, and a boat has moved everything around, and it's all it is there's a channel now, and the wind's blowing right to left, and all the floating weeds coming through that channel right into the swim, right into the front of the swim as well. So hopefully we get a bit of fishing done, get a feeder in over the weed, because I don't think it's going to clear up enough for me to waggler fish, so, which I wanted to do close in for the tench, but don't look like it's going to happen today. So as I say, I'm going to get my feeder set up and crack on. Anyway, all that was clear, and now it's back where it started again. As you can see, it's blanket weed everywhere. Yeah, like a snooker table. Yeah, you can see it's still moving. Well, with fishing troops, you got two choices in life really. Be downbeat, glass half full or glass half empty. It was a struggle to clear the swim out. When that boat came through and blew all the floating weed back in, I could have got downhearted. But I'm not gonna let it beat me. So here's the swim with feeder fishing. About a third of the way across, that's where I raked a clear channel there. Corn on the hook, ground bait feeder with hemp and tears in it. I've been fishing 5-10 minutes, so it's not expecting immediate action, but you never know. And the swim is slowly starting to clear itself out, so I might even be able to get a float out later on. But at the moment, we're fishing and I'm happy. Now there's two trains of thought. You know, I mean, I'm sort of stubborn. I'm determined to fish this swim. And stubbornness sometimes is not a great trait on the old fishing game. You know, sometimes you've got to realise you're in the wrong swim or the wrong venue, or you're fishing the wrong tactics or the wrong bait. And you've got to make changes quick. But today, I say it took me 2 hours to clear the swim out. And even if I don't catch anything today, it's prep for a future session. But it's nice and overcast. It's not, you know, it's warm, it's very muggy, but not bright sunshine. I've put 3 jaffers out there now. I'm fishing with a ground bait feeder over the top. Let's see if we can get some action. Update troops, and it ain't got any better. I'm fishing, hook's coming back clean, so it's not an issue under the surface. Fishing in area of rate, the feeder's going down nice, coming back okay. Floating weed's getting a lot worse, you can see it behind me. Look at I'm feeder fishing. I've got an inline feeder, and the reason I'm using an inline feeder today on the river is obviously the weed. And it's coming back lovely. It's, you know, it's not getting caught up in anything. It's a free running inline feeder. You know, so normally with an inline feeder you would go down to the swivel, wouldn't you, and then hook link from the swivel. But you're not always guaranteed a direct path from your hook bait to your swivel. So what I'm worried about sometimes is that feeder goes down there and then the hook bait's there and there's a big loop in the, that fish will pick that up and you won't get any register it until it tight. You know, it's self-hooking more or less with an inline feeder like that, but I'm running straight through, direct all the way through, so it's free running, so there's plenty of give in there, so I should get instant indication, but I ain't had a bite yet. So. And what I do when I'm feeder fishing is obviously, you know, I'm not going to teach anyone to suck eggs. I'm quite accurate with my casting, so I pick a feature on the far bank, cast towards that at a given distance, and I like to cast every 5 minutes for the first hour. Get plenty of bait down in the same spot, bang, 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 every 5 minutes. In the second hour, every 10 minutes I go. And hopefully by then, normally you would get the fish competing, fighting amongst themselves, trying to get your bait as it's going in. But at the moment, absolutely nothing. It's a shocker. I've seen a few fish topping, but you can't fish the surface. There's too much floating weed. I've got my quiver tip up high, going directly into the water, which is really good. I mean, as I say, there's no washing on the line. It's really, you know, it's actually quite comfortable fishing. It's just that doesn't seem to be any end to this floating crap. You know, you see, being stubborn can have its drawbacks in fishing, you know. And I was hoping to fish the river. I've been on holiday for nearly 3 weeks. I've been away, so I ain't wet a line in anger for any tench or anything. I had my heart set on fishing here. Went to the tackle shop yesterday. They had no worms, so that was me. But so I'm just fishing with a particle approach corn, and you know, should I have just, as soon as I see the state of the river, should I just done a U-turn and gone off to a drain? Probably. But I'm here now. I'm fishing. I say I'm quite comfortable fishing. upstream it looks quite clear, so maybe this little bit, maybe this little deluge of green stuff goes through and I'll have a clear afternoon into the evening. Hope so. Gonna carry on fishing, gonna plug away, and hopefully we'll catch something for you. But you know, it's sadly up this neck of the woods, a lot of the drains and the rivers, they have this floating crap in it, and the EA don't seem to be doing anything about it. You know, some stretches look like a snooker table, totally unfishable. I had no light penetrating the water. But you know, if you want to fish natural venues, you shouldn't have to put up with that. You know, year in year out it's getting worse and worse. They should get it sorted, but they don't. So crack on, try and catch some fish. I'm not going to moan, you know. Oh, I have moaned. I spent 5 minutes moaning and saying I'm not going to moan. But you just got to get on with it. Do the best I can. See if I can catch them. I'm going to keep introducing the bait. Hopefully the tench or the bream will move in. Even the roach and rudd I'll be happy with. Just going to keep plugging on. Right, let me get back to it. Oh, evening troops, it's been a long hard day. Been under the umbrella for the last 2 hours, hiding from the torrential rain. Been feeder fishing now for 5 hours and not a touch. So I've the last couple of hours I'm changed tactics. I'm going to incorporate my favourite method on it. I can't float fish, so and the tight line from quiver down to the feeder through the weed doesn't seem, well, ain't had a bite, so I don't know, but it's been totally non-productive. So what I've done is I've changed up the whole system. I've switched over to a swing tip. I've put a small little link ledger on, and I've just plonked out where I've raked, and I've balled in a load of bait. I'm fishing over the top of it, putting a load of hemp and tares, fishing over the top with corn. I'm hoping the last couple of hours things liven up, but at the moment sometimes, see, being stubborn really does not pay off at all when you're fishing. You know, sometimes you have to just say, look, I'm fishing the wrong swim, or I'm fishing the wrong venue. And I've said it a couple of times today, but cut your losses and move. When I got here, I should have just done a U-turn and gone, but we're here now and we've stuck at it, so might as well stick at it for the last couple of hours. Raincoat. It's not cold, you know, it's a typical summer torrential downpour. Your green floating weed it's relentless. It just flows through all day, so make the most of it. Just fish. I'm fishing in it. It doesn't really affect you. It doesn't fill you with confidence, but it don't really affect your presentation if you're leisuring. It does obviously stop you from float fishing or pole fishing. It's just diabolical out there. But as I say, I've got a little link ledger on there, so I'm going to persevere for a couple of hours, see if we can crack something out, because it's hard work at the moment. But I'd rather do this sort of hard work than actual hard work. Let's see if we can catch something. Ooh. What a tough day. It's 7:30. I've been fishing 7 hours, and it's yeah, it's been tough. I've had one bite on the drop, went on the float for about half hour, see if there's anything around. One little knock, nothing major. So I've stuck a margin rod in, been trickling bait, a few grains of corn every so often down a margin swim just off a weed bed. So I've got a margin rod there, hoping some tench moving around as it's getting dark. So it's 7:30, got 2 hours, 2.5 hours max. It's been a real tough day. The weed has actually stopped moving. So maybe the fish will get a bit confidence and start feeding, but it's been real hard. I've seen a couple of tench rolling in the last half hour. So hopefully we'll make all the hard work pay. Sometimes you don't, no matter how much graft you put in, some days it just doesn't work for you. It's been a real tough day. I mean, real tough. Any venue, any style of fishing, it's probably one of our toughest days. It's been a real pain in the butt without any encouragement at all. So ain't over till the fat lady sings. I like the old sayings, don't I? So I've still got time. I've got my margin rod, still fishing out where I was fishing all day. Just crack on. Thanks for watching. I hope this isn't the last time I speak to you, and I hope we have a nice river tench to show you at the end of the session. But at the moment, I'm definitely taking a standing count at the moment. You know, it's the elements and the fish have definitely won today, but it ain't over yet. Let's see if we can catch something before it gets dark. Oh, that's the end of that one, troops. Bottled out. The last hour was normally the most productive, but on here, I ain't had a bite all day. Started to rain again. It's an hour till it gets dark. I've chickened out. I thought, sorry, I'll go home dry. Thanks for watching. Sorry it was such a hard slog today, troops, but that's real fishing. That's how it goes sometimes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the bank real soon.